The following program is a special presentation of Homeland Security Television.
We give you the opportunity to modernize your legacy systems in a much lower cost, faster, lower risk manner than you would if you were to pursue a path around rewriting an application or even doing nothing. So with that in mind, we're the safe bet in getting your application more functionally enabled on a more powerful, more current, less costly platform than exists today.
Across the U.S. Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security, agencies still count on legacy applications for mission-critical business processes. Whether it's logistics, accounting, or HR, legacy applications can be found behind the scenes, running the daily business of a wide variety of federal agencies. Legacy applications, however, have become exponentially more expensive to maintain, with many doubling or even tripling in maintenance costs. As a result, many agencies are being forced to shrink their IT budgets for new projects. If the cost of maintaining your legacy applications is stifling your ability to innovate and reinvest, it's time to migrate your legacy applications off the mainframe and onto a more modern, lower-cost platform.
One of the benefits of leveraging a Micro Focus solution is that you can move those legacy applications to a more modern, more powerful platform that allow you to increase the functionality of those applications that have been in place for decades.
Of the 800 major IT projects tracked by the White House, more than 40% are listed as operating below a normal standard. Considering that many of these projects involve IT migration, finding the right approach can be challenging.
Obviously, COBOL's been around for 50 years. There's a reason it's been there. It's very stable. We have new languages out there today that I think are still in their baby stage, by baby walking stages. COBOL's been a structured set of code that we've had. I think it's going to be around for a long time. So we need to have some kind of solution set that will help us modernize that code.
COBOL is likely here to stay for a very long time. Government has been moving away from COBOL for decades, but it continues to be here.
I think Micro Focus provides that bridge or that process to take things off the mainframe and put it into a Windows or a Linux platform that will assist and provide a better service without changing the COBOL code.
The good news is that government agencies now have an alternative approach for migrating legacy applications, one that can migrate applications in months with minimal costs and risks. Micro Focus provides low-risk and high-return alternatives to the traditional IT modernization approach at a fraction of the cost.
I believe what's different today is more from an economic standpoint. The government is in a position where no longer can they continue to spend exponentially increasing dollars on legacy systems. The economic climate simply won't tolerate it. The taxpayer base will not tolerate that any longer. We're now in a position where we have to cut costs to fund other more critical initiatives like the government bailout, like healthcare costs.
Rewriting or replacing legacy applications can take years to complete and often invites huge costs and risks. But Micro Focus enables agencies to migrate their legacy applications to more modern platforms in a non-invasive manner.
Right now, the federal government needs to go back to basics. They've been out and about doing a lot of the transparency type activities, looking for new applications, new ERP systems. I think unfortunately now they need to go back and focus on the basic infrastructure issues they have to deal with for the last several years. I think the applications that we currently have in place, our legacy systems, they need to be updated. or upgraded or modernized, but we can't afford to do it in an environment that's going to take 3 or 4 years to show some results. When I was in government, either as CIO or CFO, obviously our biggest issues were dealing with how do we reduce cost, how do we reduce risk, and how do we provide delivery in a very quick fashion. Without those three things, I mean, they were my decision-making processes. So I always look for those three activities. Whenever somebody brought me a problem or a potential solution to a problem, I'd ask those three questions. How much money is it going to save me? What kind of risk are we going to have? And what kind of delivery process is it going to provide to our customers out there?
For more than 30 years, Micro Focus has worked with defense and homeland security customers, helping them migrate mission-critical legacy applications to reduce operating costs and deliver innovative new services, all without changing a single line of code.
When you look at applications that are out there today, a lot of it's legacy. Probably 80% of their applications are legacy code. You can do three things. You can either rewrite the code, right? You can do nothing, or you can actually install a COTS package. All those have advantages and disadvantages to their process, but I think what Micro Focus brings to the table is that they can help in assisting all three of those areas at a low cost, low risk situation. We need to make sure that we show a first year savings out of the box. We can't walk into a CIO's office and say we're going to save you money 4 years from now. We've got to be able to show you that cost avoidance or that cost savings in this current fiscal year so they can use that money for other purposes. I think Micro Focus brings their solution set to the table that actually helps them do that.
Visit Micro Focus online to learn how this industry leader can help your organization maximize the value of its IT investments.